Okay, so let's go back to this time period where you're kind of blowing up, you get signed and everything. What were you like? What was the label doing for you at that time? Did it feel like they were actually invested in trying to turn you into a superstar?
Well, you know what I'm saying? I blew up without even wanting to be famous at the time. And then it was like, at the moment, I did need help. So, but all help isn't good help. But I'm happy that I did go through what I went through with the label, because I had a 360 deal. If I touched 50 Cent, they got a quarter. Like, Ian owned my masters and everything. I went to federal court to get out of my contract and I won. But at the time, I'm not going to hold you. The label did what needed to be done. But it could have been done better. And even at the time, I had tried to go in there to renegotiate my contract. And he was talking to me like I was a peasant.
So you had a lot of people taking advantage of you during that time because you being new?
And then I didn't understand the business. Like, when I signed my contract, his lawyer was present for the both of us. And, you know, that's the conflict of interest.
Yeah. And
I wasn't aware of that. And then my mother and them and my family didn't know that I signed the deal. They found out when I was doing the interview on WGCI.
Why didn't you tell your parents that you were about to sign? And how the deal got presented to you where you didn't have any family members around you to walk you through anything?
No. And then when I signed again with the other deal, no. My mother called me while I was live on the radio, but I didn't answer. And when I got off, when I called her back, she told me to bring that paper home. I never gave my mother the paper until I started going through what I was going through when stuff got real. But even when I was asking for my copy of my contract, because I had left it in his vehicle at the time, and yeah, he had turned my phone off. It was like around the time I had to do a feature in the video and stuff. He had turned my phone off. And I went and got my phone right on. Shout out to Steve at Exclusive 773.
Yeah.
I went and got me another SIM card. And I just started telling people for bookings or whatever, hit me up. I got on the internet and was trolling, saying, F the label. I'm crashing that bitch, whatever. I was hurt.
When you say he, who is he?
The old manager. I ain't going to say his name because I don't want no legal nothing. I'm rebranding.
Yeah.
In retrospect, though, like, do you think that you were being kind of irrational? Because I feel like a new artist in the game, yes, a lot of times you sign a bad deal, but that's kind of the trade that you're making with the label, is that they're going to invest in blowing you up and you're just going to be like, okay, I'm going to give you a huge percentage of the money, but you're going to blow me up. Like, do you wish that you had just kind of played ball and just tried to...
I tried. I even tried to go back to renegotiate it. Like, even with my distribution deal with E1, I had found out I didn't know what my advance was. My advance was $100,000. I got two $5,000 checks from him.
Oh, so you had a manager that was in the middle of all this that was f***ing you over?
I never was even at the office with the people, like, who wanted to sign me, none of that. When they flew to Chicago, I met, shout out to Maurice with E1 Music, like, I met him and, you know, he was coaching me even with how to do interviews. Like, I still have a relationship with him and his daughter and all of that or whatnot, but I didn't know. And then when they was asking to see the books at court, he couldn't produce what you spend the money on. He said food, liquor, flights, and I was smaller than this. And I didn't have that many videos out. I had a couple videos out or whatnot, but...
At the time, you felt like he was the right person to be the manager, but what made you choose him to be your manager?
I don't know. For one, I was excited because I was a King Louis fan. And then I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to work with him when I dropped my very first track.
So him managing King Louis made you like, all right, I could probably trust him.
But once I had got in and got to seeing what it is in the middle and all of that, like, but I ain't gonna hold you though. Out of all of the managers that I ever worked with, he have done the best work. Everybody else was just riding my coattail and coming in wanting to be the artist.
Really?
Is she still managing King Louis or?
The label act up, then I'm crashing that bitch. Ain't no cap in my rap. when I said that in the inauguration. And then he has artists is dissing me. That was talking about when I filed bankrupt. I hit to file bankrupt to get out of my contract. Like,
really?
Trump filed bankrupt. Shit.
What year was that?
2000. I've been out of my contract for 9 years now. Okay. 10 years now.
So 2016 or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. So when you got out of your contract initially, why didn't you, or did you try to like, all right, let me heat back up and try to get another record deal?
I dropped DC too in the process of. I was already working on DC too, but he was trying to get me to hurry up to produce another album so he could get more funding when I never even got none of the funding, so I was not going. And I tried to renegotiate to try to work it out, and they were telling me I didn't have any resources, I don't know any knowledge, and that's what they thought until it was to the right we got the gun, and that's how that went. Like,
so how was filing bankruptcy overall? Did it fuck up a lot of shit in your life?
No, because it was like wiping the baby ass. But my credit was 750 at the time, and I was crying. Like, I was staying downtown Chicago. Like, my credit was 750. I was doing so good, and I didn't want to do it, but I had to.
Really?
Because it would have been me having to pay them. When they owe me.
Right. Damn. So would you say that the label situation was like the sole reason why you kind of stopped dropping music, and sort of, did you fall out of love with making music as a result of all this business shit?
I felt like I was just, it kind of like hit me at a standstill, and it was like, just imagine having 100 people with you and you by yourself, and then when reality hit you, in the midst of me doing that, I had lost my crib at the time. Like, everything here started going downhill, and everybody used to be at my house. And I'm downtown. I'm in the house blasting the music, have kickbacks. But I was young. I wasn't even 21, living downtown. You know, in Chicago. It was just like, it was an eye-opener, like, even, especially right now, because I still had went through similar things prior to now. It took me damn near 15 years to realize what it is with the industry, with the people. Because people come be on the stage, but they ain't putting in the work and helping build the stage.
All those people that were around you in that era, they all just seemed like clout chasers at this point? They just wanted to...
I just went through this last week at my release party as well.
Really?
What happened?
Everybody want to be around when the camera's on. Don't even know I don't even care for cameras in my face. Like, that's something I'm coaching myself and learning, because I haven't had that many cameras in my face at one time. Like I was telling you, while I have anxiety, but it's like, people love when they can be in the center of attention. I don't like attention. It costs to pay attention. I'm a popular loner. Like, I used to be around 100 people. I used to feel like I had to take 100 people with me. I came out here by myself.
Yeah, you just said you had 100 people with you, but you felt alone. So nobody was keeping it real, like none of your day ones, like.
How you going to my show when you ready before me? But when the shoe on the other foot, I'm making sure I'm playing the back. And it's just like, it's a lot of envy and hate. And my spirit will not align with it.
I feel that. It's definitely like, before you become famous, like your relationships are based on, reality. These are people that you're around, you work with them, you go to school with them. They're people you've known since you're a kid. And then all of a sudden you become someone where standing next to you has some intrinsic value to them. And then all of a sudden it becomes super hard for you to trust everybody. And yes, it's a very strange thing to go through that I feel like most people will never have to go through and won't really understand. But for sure, over the years, there's been times where I like looked around the room of people. I'm talking back in the day when I had the store on Melrose, and just realized like I don't really like know any of these fucking people around me. They're just here because they're trying to be around me, and I'm just letting them. And it's like, why the fuck am I allowing this type of shit? I never really had it go bad that much, but like it definitely is kind of just stupid to be like bringing all these people around that don't really give a fuck about you.
And I was allowing people to tarnish my brand. But people only do what you allow. So if I'm allowing you to do it, how would you respect it?
What do you think? What do you think? Some things that were done to tarnish your brands by other people, like something that you're like, yeah, I
fighting at my shows.
Yeah. That was messing up the bag for you to tour, or
yes, but like, don't get me wrong. If somebody act up and they try to charge at me or one of my people, they supposed to defend themselves. But you don't supposed to be down there in the crowd anyway. You supposed to been up here on the stage with me. I had just gave one of the girls the microphone and said, "Be the hype girl. You know all the songs. You gonna get paid." They want to go in the crowd and twerk, and you look up, they fight. Now it fall on me. Then you go on the shows. They telling you only can bring 5 people, 10 people possibly in, and when they telling everybody else they gotta pay.
Everybody ain't trying to pay. Nobody trying to fork.
I paid my back ends to get people in my shows and went home with nothing.
Yeah.
They drink up the liquor. I get everybody drunk and high on the regular. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. That's why this run personal. It's between me and God.
If you haven't checked out Everything 420 yet, you are definitely missing out. From glass gear to infused sweets, they've got one of the best lineups online. They ship fast, it's always discreet, and their app makes shopping too easy. The deals are always running, and you can use code NOJUMPER for a little bonus at checkout. Shout out Everything 420.